This is Michael and Joshua from Partnership 16 for CS61BL Summer of 2022. And this is our Build Your Own World Final Project Extra Credit Submission. So let's take a look at our game. So let's run IntelliJ real quick. All right, here we are. Main menu. We can load game, new game, quit, etc. Fun stuff. Okay, let's start with a new game. Enter a seed. Okay, so the way it is, we have a somewhat of a grid of area we can see around us. And as we move, that grid expands as well. And when we approach a door, it so conveniently opens for us. So that's nice. And what's that? Look there, there's a red dot. Sometimes it's a red dot. Red dots are harmless, but sometimes it turns into this. If we hover over it, it says it's an evil monster. So we don't really want to run into that. So let's try to avoid it for now. We made it successfully. All right, let's see what happens if we do run into it. Oh, look at that. It teleported us back to where we are at the beginning. Essentially, the green areas, the rooms, those are checkpoints. So every time you die or get hit by, or you run into a red monster, it resets you to a checkpoint, and it also takes off a heart. So those are first special features. The first being the checkpoint, and the second being the loss of hearts. So on the path, you might run into these power-ups like you see here with the heart right here. Collecting a heart gives us another heart for up to 5 at a time. And we can continue to explore. And we see another red dot there. We avoided that, nice. New checkpoint, but there's nothing here, so let's move on. Ooh, narrowly avoided that. All right, what's here? Another monster. So how the monsters work is they turn on, meaning that they turn into a real monster periodically. So there's always a set interval. So users can walk around for a bit to try to figure out how frequently the monsters turn into a monster and how they can avoid it. So let's keep going. Ooh, another suspicious red dot. Okay. Another heart there, but nothing changes because we're maxed. So ultimately, as we're wandering around, there is a goal to this game, being that we're trying to find a yellow dot. So the user is just going to have to look around, but we're going to use the cheat code in a bit. Before we do that, first I want to show that when you're in a room, the entire room lights up. So you can see the whole room plus the area you're in. So usually you wouldn't expect people to do this, but since we can, we just pop the this super L key that turns everything on for us, so we can find things more easily. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show a few of the other power-ups we have. So here's a blue shield power-up. So when you hit the blue shield power-up, it turns your avatar blue. And now if you run into these monster guys for a fixed number of turns, you're immune to damage. Essentially, you won't be reset to, or you won't lose a life and you won't be reset to your checkpoint. But after some time, obviously, the power-up will run out. You see it's back to yellow now, and we have to be cautious. Otherwise, we will indeed lose a life. Like that. So let's go check out that yellow plus sign power-up. Okay, I'm going to turn lights off for a moment. So you might notice that the window is larger now. Essentially, for a fixed number of moves, the yellow plus sign power-up gives a larger view window. So we just collected a heart again. All right, let's go back to the top. And just like that, the window shrunk again. And as we're moving on, we keep going up. Nothing there. Perhaps to the right. Ooh, one last monster. And it's fairly subtle, but if you look carefully, you'll notice that that is indeed a yellow dot. And touching it tells us that we won, with 512 moves taken, with the options to quit or start a new game. So let's start a new game to see what happens. We can enter new seed, and we proceed a new game as normal. So that's all for our Build Your Own World project. Thank you for watching, and that's all.